Professor Pelton. This is Algebra 2, Chapter 5, Section 4. This is Part 4. Now we're dealing with the inequalities, not the equalities. What you notice in both of these is that problems is that they are singular powers of x. The first one is x to the 1/2 power, and b, the second one, is x to the 1/3 power. So as a result, since it's a singular power of x, we can use the isolation strategy here. Okay, and these are radical inequalities because they involve at least one radical. So we'll do the add subtract step here, but there is no add subtract here because it's inside the radical, which is a grouping symbol, so it has to go last. So we'll do multiply divide, which is divide by 3. So that's root x minus 1 is less than or equal to 4. And then we'll do the exponent radical step. Since this is a square root, the inverse is a square. We need to do it to both sides. So x minus 1 is less than or equal to 16, keeping the grouping symbols because by definition the radical is a grouping symbol. So the last step, grouping symbol, add 1, x is less than or equal to 17. But 17 is not the answer. X is less than or equal to 17 is the solution set. So we need a graph to show the solution set. So the solution set graph should put the number and the next two numbers, which is 18 and 16. So this is less than or equal to, which is what the line underneath means. Since it's equal to, we need to fill in the dot, and less than goes towards 16. So you need the graph and the inequality for your total answer, for a complete answer. Okay, next one, we'll do the add subtract step. Add 2, so negative 3 third roots of x minus 5 equals 12. Multiply divide, I'm sorry, not equal to, bad habit. This one is less than. So multiply divide, since that's multiplied by negative 3, the inverse is dividing by negative 3, which is the third root of x minus 5 is less than negative 4, is incorrect. This symbol needs to change. You need to remember your Algebra 1 skills. Pick any numbers you like. How about 8 and 9? I'm pretty sure 8 is less than 9, correct? Is negative 8 less than negative 9? No, that is not true. Right? Simple logic, when you multiply or divide by a factor of a negative, you need to change the sign. Okay, because it goes the opposite direction as a result. So next thing is the exponent radical. The inverse of a third root is a third power exponent. Okay, so that's x minus 5 in grouping symbols by definition of a radical. And 3 negatives is a negative 64. So our last step is grouping symbol, which is add 5, add 5. So x is greater than negative 59. Okay, so we'll do our number line solution now. So our number line needs to include the number itself, which is negative 59, and the next two numbers, which are negative 60 and negative 58. In this case, it's greater than negative 59, but not equal to. There's no line underneath. Right? There's no line underneath now. Just a straight up equal to, or greater than, rather. So it's an open circle, but it's greater than, so it needs to go in the direction of negative 58 to the right. Okay, pause the video, try the student problems for yourself. Okay, these are also singular powers of x. The first one is x to the 1/2 power. The next one is x to the 1/3 power, so we can use isolation strategy. So add subtract, we'll add 3. So negative 2 root x is greater than or equal to 6. Multiply divide, so we'll divide by negative 2. So root x is less than or equal to negative 3 because we divided by a factor of a negative. Exponent radical, we have a square there. So square root and square are going to be the inverses of each other. So that gives me x is less than or equal to, and if you square a negative you get a positive 9. So it's less than or equal to 9. So we make our graph. We need to have 9, 10, and 8. Since it's equal to with the line underneath, we need to put a solid. And less than is going towards 8. Okay. Second problem, add subtract step. Well, there's not going to be one here because the only add subtract is inside the grouping symbol. So that doesn't go till last. Multiply divide. Divide by 4. The third root of x plus 1 less than 2. exponent radical, third root of x plus 1 to the third power is less than 2 to the third power. So that's x plus 1, grouping symbol, is less than 8. Now we do the grouping symbol last. X is less than 7. And we'll do our number line for the set of numbers, which is 7, 8, and 6. It is not equal to, there's no line underneath. That's an open circle, and less than 7 goes towards 6 for our complete answer. And that is the end of part 4.